So whenever I've had something kind of frustrating or annoying or tiring or anything to complain about when I'm just wandering around my apartment, I've, outwardly and verbally expressed those feelings, and always done so addressed to Mark.
Right.
Because Mark Zuckerberg knows the inside of my house very intimately.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's a 3D scan of the inside of your house.
He has an extremely detailed 3D scan. He has enough of a detailed 3D scan of the inside of my house that he was able to perfectly render a simulation of the inside of Anne Frank's annex for me.
Right.
I was able to download the Anne Frank simulator on the MetaQuest store and wander around the secret annex in 1940.
I feel like it's offensive if we get it wrong.
Shit.
Like, I feel like we're bad people. I don't know why.
I feel like it's offensive that there's an Anne Frank simulator.
It is weird. It's also funny that, like, because I was there when you downloaded the Anne Frank simulator, and you found it after, like, a minute and a half of looking for a thing to download.
It was on the front page and free.
But, like, the fact that it was on the front page is bananas.
Well, I mean, look, to be honest, I think in all likelihood it's probably funded by the Anne Frank Foundation, whatever foundation the
No, it's a very good and tasteful simulation.
but like also at the same time, anything that happens in AI always feels like a weird, scary gimmick.
Right. So it's like,
and
what is the Anne Frank Museum? What kind of info does the Anne Frank Museum have on me, and how are they going to use it against me?
I think I'm not worried about the Anne Frank Museum using that info against me. I'm worried about the fact that the Anne Frank Museum... I'm worried about Mark knowing that I visited the Anne Frank Museum in his simulator.
Mark not only knows that you visited the Anne Frank Museum, but he also just incidentally knows where all of your tables and chairs are.
He knows...
he knows where all your tables and chairs are and, like, the exact heights and dimensions of them, such that he can project a little fuzzy alien atop one if he so chooses.
He was able to do that, and then he was able to take me to Anne Frank's house.
Right. What an incredible day you had with Mark.
Me and Mark, we're seeing the world together. I gotta say, like, I'm blown away. Within 45 minutes, I was able to shoot little aliens and experience the Holocaust.
Right. One after
crazy.
The other. Right. As part of the same experience.
As part of the same experience in my apartment.
Yeah.
In the little area between my couch and my dining room set, I was whisked off to many worlds.
Right.
Many, many worlds.
Specifically, one world which was your kitchen with aliens, and a different world which was Anne Frank's house.
Right.
Two worlds.
I feel like I've implied that, like, I've definitely made multiple jokes throughout my life. I don't know if on the podcast, but certainly, at times.
Right.
Where I've expressed that I don't love that the overmind knows that I'm Jewish. People can know that I'm Jewish, but the overmind, I don't trust with that information.
Right.
Because you know why.
Yeah.
I don't need to explain why.
Right. History has shown us why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
History has told me that when there are large databases that include pieces of people's identities.
Right.
Well, I went to the Anne Frank simulator.
Right. And they told you what happened.
But also at the same time, I'm not I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg is a Jewish name. I think he himself might be Jewish. I don't know.
That's interesting.
And you know what's fucked up?
Right.
That I feel really uncomfortable speculating as to whether or not Mark Zuckerberg is Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It feels like an accusation.
It's like, let's fucking out this guy.
No, what I'm saying is it feels hateful to say that Mark Zuckerberg is Jewish.
Yeah, because, like, what are you going to do when you have that information?
Well, I'm not going to do anything with it. But I know other people would want to do stuff with that information.
Exactly. It's like, what do you do once you find out? Is do you go, I knew it? Or do you go
like what I go is I go, oy vey. this is the last thing that we needed.
Right. We don't need,
we didn't need it. Jews are not a scary, shadowy organization who are secretly controlling everything.
Yeah.
But there is a Jew who is.
Right. Maybe.
I don't know.
It's weird because you're right, like but he also like gives off like weird Christian vibes. But then again, so do a lot of prominent Jews. Like, you know, I mean, Ben Shapiro gives off very Christian vibes.
Oh, well, because he's
a Christian.
He's I don't trust that guy.
Yeah, no, you don't accept him as one of the tribe.
Yeah, it's not my place to say.
Right.
But I don't know.
I can see that. His Judaism definitely seems to have a very Christian bent to it.
Well, I think it's
he kind of took all the most aggressive parts of Christian theology and has applied them to his own.
I mean, the unfortunate thing is that not all of, but I think most of the most vile parts of fundamental Christianity is in
true.
the one book that
the
Jews
Old Testament
have in common
is
with
the
them.
Scary one.
Yeah.
Right?
So fundamentalist Jews have bad ideas too.
That's also, yeah.
You know, religious fundamentalism tends to be a bad thing.
Right.
No offense to all of our
Yeah, right. The Christians
evangelical
did all
fans.
the forgiveness stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
whereas the Jews did all the wrath.
Right. Which is
And
also
floods and-
pretty fucking sick.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
no, it's sick as hell.
Yeah, man. That's where all the cool shit in the Bible is.
Right. That's I guess like that is where all the cool shit is.
Yeah, like where like
Except for
God just like
Revelations.
obliterates people for being rude. Like
Cutting people's dicks off, flooding the world, zoo boat. So I want to get back to focusing on Mark being in my house.
Right. Yeah, let's get back to where we started this discussion on theology, which
Yes.
is your experiences with the MetaQuest 3.
Yes. Right, yeah. What else did I have to say about it,
Well, it's
actually?
because as I understand it, you haven't really downloaded any games yet.
No, I downloaded Anne Frank.
Exactly. Like you have Anne Frank House, fucking Puffball Zap, the game.
Yeah, and
And what
roller
else?
coasters.
And roller coasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anne Frank and roller coasters.
Why are you using your MetaQuest 3 like an 87-year-old man? Like you're like it's like because like a weird like you're using the MetaQuest like you would be using it if the MetaQuest came out when you specifically are 80. You know what I mean?
Because like it's a gimmick. I know that that's not what a lot of people want to say. A lot of people are like, "Oh no, it's going to be the future of media consumption." And personally, I think that that's bullshit. I think it's a gimmick, and I'm using it for the gimmicks. And you know, if I want to play a video game, I'll sit down on the couch and I'll play a video game where I get to sit and relax.
Well, I still say you should get like Half-Life Alyx or something, like a real video game for
Look,
it, just to see.
If they come out with a proper Angry Dad simulator for the MetaQuest 3,
oh yeah,
you know, I'll get that. But until then, it's The Last of Us Part 1 over and over and over and over.
Yeah,
you know, if they let me start, you know,
you love Angry Dad simulators.
I do. I love Angry Dad simulators.
You would like God of War.
I want to be a father, like really badly.
You want to be a father, but like a stern father.
Oh, dude, I'd be so
very stern father.
I can't imagine myself as anything other than just like the
you want to be the
sitcom dad ever.
You want to be the kind of father who says, "Boy," you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I want to be the kind of dad who, you know, slings my daughter over my shoulder so that I can shoot splicers.
You want to be the kind of dad who gets like way more credit than he should because you live in an apocalypse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like you are by any metric a mean dad, but like there's zombies around and you're protecting your child from them, so they kind of let it go.
Well, it's kind of like, I mean, that's kind of incredible.
Right.
You know? Like, what is raising a child without your own traumas rubbing off on them?
Right.
Compared to raising a child around cordyceps zombies.
Yeah.
You know?
In a weird way, I feel like The Last of Us is the dream of every dad. Where it's like where it's like, no, actually in this world the like physical violence is the best parenting thing I can do. It's like we're having like a sawed-off shotgun is an essential parenting tool.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the actual daughter dies instantly in The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So that's not exactly the ideal dad.
No, but it's close. You know,
it is close.
it's.
You do end up getting a daughter who you can shoot guns with.
Well, I think the other thing is, like, abstractly, I think men crave tragedy. I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that we actually want it to happen to us, but, like, men love having a sad thing that happened to them, like, 8 years ago. There's nothing that makes us happier is having something that, like, when people bring up, we can look off into the distance about.
We all want something where we can go, nah.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Exactly.
We all...
God, I want that so bad.
Listen, shit happens and we move on.
Doesn't that make you feel good?
Yeah.
Like, to be like that?
Yeah, no, it feels great.
You know?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah. I think on a certain level, you know, at least every traditionally masculine man wants a son and a dark past.
Right, exactly.
You know? And that's...
the masculine urge to avenge your dead daughter. Like... Every man wants it.
Yeah.
Every man wants to avenge their dead daughter. It's in us. Every man wants to, like, fucking level a gun at a drug dealer and be like, fucking say hi to Cheryl, you son of a bitch, and then shoot him in the fucking head. That's all we want.
Oh,
ladies,
fuck.
if you're trying to get to your man's heart, kidnap his daughter and create an elaborate, like, fucking Die Hard style scheme that ends with you dying, like being shot for revenge.
You know, I think you're onto something there.
I think so.
I think if we can figure out how to properly unpack that, we can solve toxic masculinity right here in this room.
If we can just unravel that densely knotted thread.
You know, a lot of people think it's about, you know, internalized messages from badly constructed media and about intergenerational trauma and confused notions about what it means to be a man and, you know, old-fashioned notions of being a breadwinner and all that, when really it's about the need to avenge your dead daughter.
It's about the need to, like, nobly blow someone's head off.
Yes.
Like, to blow someone's head off honorably.
And have yes, exactly.
Right. And then be able to walk off into the sunset after doing it. You have to blow the brains out of the person who killed your daughter at exactly 4:45 p.m. so that you can turn around and immediately walk off into that beautiful sunset.
Deep within the psychic inheritance of the male mind is, you know, it's a classic story. It's as old as trees. The need to blow someone's brains out. The need the need to avenge your dead daughter.
Right.
I mean, that's
Right.
as obvious as as plain as day.
To enact a righteous killing.
To enact a righteous killing, to
is what we
slay a
want.
dragon,
Right. Yeah.
and to save your little daughter from a zombie. Mm-hmm. Now clean your room.
And it's because it truly is dialed into, like, exactly that urge, because they're fucking zombies. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not even, like, they're not drug dealers or criminals or not. They have no mind.
The morality is black and white.
It is exactly
In a traditional tale like that, the morality must be black and white. Mm-hmm. It must be clear, because that's how we're wired deep down. It's what we're designed by evolution.
Really what it is, it's just the masculine urge to use a shotgun.
I can't stop. Help me.
Oh God. Okay.
I'm stuck.
Okay. What is? How do you get rid of him? How do you get rid of him?
You say Jordan Peterson backwards. So yeah, Mark knows the inside of my house.
Yep.
You're supposed to keep the lenses of the goggles away from direct sunlight, but the only way for me to do that is to have the front of it where the cameras are to be facing the inside of my room
right.
when it's turned off, and I don't trust that.
Well, you just put a blanket over it like a parrot.
I probably should. I probably should, honestly. I don't trust that shit. I never thought I would get one of those things because I'm super into Meta.
I'm anti-Facebook hard.
I hate Facebook so much. But I'm scared to be saying that with the Meta waiting in the other room.
Just like
Mark's in the other room.
Next time
right
you put
now.
it on, it just starts squeezing your skull.
It starts
just like constricting slowly.
Starts showing me AI generated images of my parents dying.
Yeah, projected in your living room.
I put it
using AR technology.
I can't take it off. Right. It's squeezing my fucking temples. Cutting off the circulation of the rest of my face. I'm screaming, running around my parameters in the apartment.
Just like in the middle of your house is just a fucking computer generated image of a jacked Mark Zuckerberg beating the shit out of your dad. Just
my childhood dog melting in front of me. Oh man. Fucking oh my god. Yeah, so AI's not the AI, the VR. It's not all it's cracked up to be. With the MetaQuest, if you put down the controllers, it just like figures out where your hands are and the exact position.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
it's like hand tracking. Also a little scary, but cool.
It's so cool that Mark knows the shape and size of all
Mark
of my
knows
fingers.
everything about your hands.
Mark, I had a similar experience with Mark as to the fucking girl from the movie Ghost in the scene where they're fucking doing the pottery together.
Right.
Mark has caressed my hands and felt every nook and cranny of them.
Mark
has held my hands.
There is a football-sized server in fucking Palo Alto, California. That's just full with like exactly rendered 3D models of millions of hands.
Yeah.
And who knows what he's gonna do with them? He has plans for it.
Well, who knows?
Hey, let's take a quick break. I've had to actually poop since before we started, but I forgot to go before we started, so now I have to poop.
All right.
So I'm gonna do that fast.
Okay.
Or maybe not fast.
All right.
We'll see.
Well, I'm gonna see if there's anything else that comes to mind while I sit here.
Solo cast while I pinch one out.
Solo cast.
Yeah.
This is Jim Carrey's Grinch movie. It don't hold up. It don't hold up one bit. I don't even know if it was good in the first place. Like, I was a child when I first saw it, so it's not like I'm even confident it's a matter of holding up or not, because, like, what do I know? And maybe it was regarded as a terrible film when it came out. I don't know. It certainly should have been. I'll tell you that. It's damn near unwatchable, frankly. And, I would say I found it more disorienting and more the source of motion sickness than Mark, honestly. Even strapping Mark to my face and riding a roller coaster with the express purpose of simulating motion sickness did not give me the same level of nausea as watching this fucking hack director's attempts at making things look dreamlike in Whoville by having everything in the entire fucking movie be this constant slowly rotating Dutch angle. It's sickening, it's nauseating, and the whole time as this is happening, you've got Jim Carrey clearly being told over and over again to try harder, which is not good because, like, I love Jim Carrey. I got a soft spot for Jim Carrey. I love him when he's doing like the slightly more serious tone stuff. I love Man on the Moon. I love The Truman Show. I think he's a fantastic actor who doesn't get enough credit for that. But when he's being told, be funny, he already tries really hard. Don't tell him to try harder, because the result is he's doing a different voice every other line. He's got this obnoxious look on his face. He's constantly just ad-libbing things that, like, it's like part of him thinks that he is... Oh man, I don't even know how to put it. It's like he's trying to do a cracked out Robin Williams, just trying to inject random references and random bad impressions into every single line, going like a mile a minute. And the problem is that he doesn't have the same level of charmingness and, I was about to say cocaine as Robin Williams did, but honestly, I don't know. His rendition of The Grinch definitely has cocaine vibes, but not good cocaine vibes. In The Mask, he's got good cocaine vibes. The Mask has great cocaine vibes. That Cuban Pete part, that is cocaine. It feels as good. It hits you just as hard. Watching that scene, especially when the cop chimes in, is like, he's a very modest guy, although he's the hottest guy in Havana. Oh my God. It's just like... oh, that feels so good, you know? But the Grinch, it's this constant onslaught. It feels more like a cocaine overdose, frankly, because you're getting that energy, you're getting that dopamine hit, but you also know you're going to die in a matter of seconds. You're going to keel over, your nose is going to start bleeding, you're going to have a seizure, and it's going to be like that scene in Boogie Nights. I'm like, you know, I can't stress enough just how fucking unwatchably, intolerably obnoxious Jim Carrey is in that movie. And somebody ought to fire the director. I mean, it's too late. The movie's already been made. The genie's out of the bottle. The disease has been unleashed. The vial of smallpox has been smashed on the ground in that laboratory somewhere. And we're all doomed. The movie's out. It's on Amazon Prime. We're all fucked. But, you know, somebody should have fired him while they were making it. Should have aborted this fucked up little fetus of a thing, because I swear to God, there was definitely somebody behind that camera going, Jim, try harder, do less character development, and more noise. We need more noise. We need a more obnoxious character. And look, I know he's supposed to be, you know, he's supposed to be a bad dude. He's supposed to be grandiose and narcissistic and self-centered and obnoxious. Like, I get it. He's supposed to be a Grinch. But he never changes. The whole thing about the Grinch is that by the end of the movie, he should be a new guy. But he rolls into town bringing all the gifts he stole back, and he still, like, is weird and gloating about it. He's like, ta-da! Here you go, all the stuff that I stole from you. Hey, I deceived your children in the dead of night. You're welcome. And he's got the same energy after his supposed character arc that he does when he's alone in a cave trying to play the role of a man who's been driven mad by decades of isolation. It's bizarre. It's like, I couldn't stand it. He's not just a mean one. He doesn't just have termites in his smile. He's not just a bad banana with a greasy black peel. He's a fucking obnoxious asshole. And it makes me mad. And he doesn't change even one iota. Welcome, everybody, to Life in the World to Come. Abracadabra, boom shakaday. I'm Will Wood, and I'm back like a vertebrae. Chris Dunn, everyone.
I'm Chris Dunn. That was really interesting to listen to from the bathroom. Because I feel like at first you were like, solo cast? How am I going to solo cast? I don't know if I can do that. And by the end, it's just mile-a-minute stream of consciousness. Just like it's been in you for years.
It's been in me for a long time. It's been in me since I watched the Grinch movie a few days ago.
Yeah, I felt
it's been festering in me. Like an infection.
Welcome, everybody, to Life in the World to Come. This is so I drove for 3 hours before we did this one.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Vermont for Christmas and I just got back. And so this is going to be a little lazy episode.
Chris is currently donning a beautiful homemade bathrobe.
A beautiful homemade bathrobe that my mother made me for Christmas.
And she's an incredibly talented seamstress.
It's a really nice bathrobe.
Yeah, no, it really is.
I'm so happy with it.
One look at it, you can feel the luxury being exuded.
It's so nice.
It looks comfortable. Can I feel it?
Just feel it.
Damn, dude. Right?
It's all like that.
Ooh.
It's all like that.
Ooh.
And so this is just going to be a snuggly little episode.
That's awesome, man.
I'm getting all wrapped up. I'm already so hot. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
It's a good bathrobe.
We should do an episode in a sauna sometime.
I think we've said that before.
Have we?
But it's still a good idea.
I think we should do it.
I think we should absolutely do that.
I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Just get toweled up.
Yeah. Get naked.
Just get fucking
sweat together.
Just look at each other's dicks while we sweat.
That's what the fans want.
It's what they need.
It's what
They've
the
been
fans
demanding it for years.
Yeah, I keep getting DMs about it. It's kind of weird.
You're like getting DMs like, why don't you look at Chris's dick while he's sweating like a pig?
I've gotten dozens of people explicitly describing the sauna episode they want to hear us do.
I've seen like 8 or 9 fan fictions.
Yeah.
That is just a very, honestly, very dry, straight story of just what they imagine an episode in a sauna would be like.
I keep getting letters doing the same.
Yeah, handwritten notes.
Handwritten letters in my P.O. box describing in excruciating detail every beat of the episode they want to see us do, even writing it for us.
Yeah, with no return address.
No.
Return address, and no envelope either.
Right.
Just a folded up piece of paper slipped underneath your door.
Right.
Yeah.
Underneath the not my P.O. box, my door, my front door.
Your front door, you see the paper slip under your door, and then you hear something scurrying away. Something with many legs, like a spider, like spider's legs.
What a turn!
I'm just saying what's happening here.
You know,
it's a mystery that we've yet to solve.
I'm glad that you added that, because I really like the idea that this is being written by some sort of spider or arachnid-esque creature.
Right.
I was, the wheels in my brain were going like, how do I do the turn in my head? How do I enact the bit and reveal that you are the one slipping the notes under my door?
Oh, that would have been good.
I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Well, I couldn't think of where to go with it in general, so I went spiders.
Spiders is always a good place to go. When in doubt, spiders.
I've been rereading Adrian Tchaikovsky's Children of Time, so I had spiders on the brain.
Yeah.
Think a lot about spiders.
Speaking of Children of Time, that's what you and I are.
Damn.
We're children of time. We can see through time. We can see through the fabric of reality.
And I never felt that more than this Christmas when I turned 30 and didn't get any video games. Like, damn, I am a child of time. I'm slave to the thing.
Let's jump into some questions.
Let's get into it. Yeah, where's my fuck? Oh, it's in my bathrobe that I already took off because it's hot in here.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
You
last
did
long.
not commit to that bit.
It did not at all. No, it was pretty warm. It's colder. It's warmer here than it was in Vermont.
Jellyfish Anarchist, aka the other Victor, asked in the Discord server, "Hi, Chris and Will. Last night I had a dream that Will was going bald. How will bald people be treated in the world to come? Much thanks, the other Victor." Yeah, your dream, my nightmare.
Yeah, I was just like, I'm gonna see where Will's going with this one. Like, which angle are we taking here? It seems like personal.
It is. This is personal. You know, I feel like I need to address this first. It hits a little too close to home. It's a little too close to home. You had a dream that Will was going bald. Yeah, you know. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it.
Look, I don't want to give you a fucking Friday the 13th style freak out here, but what might have not been a dream.
Yeah, you might have just seen a recent photo of me.
I don't know. You've been talking about how much your hairline is receding for years, and it might just be that I see you regularly, but I haven't really noticed.
You see me regularly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm examining it right now, and I'm like, that's rude. You shouldn't do that. Stop looking.
Quit looking at my fucking forehead. It is as small as it ever was. Thank you very much.
It's fucking. I can't even. What forehead? It's covered in thick, luscious, beautiful locks.
Yeah. No. Every week I have to go to Ulta and get my eyebrows trimmed because they're so connected to my
right.
my
yeah
hair.
No, you're fully bald, but your eyebrows are bananas. They're just going crazy. They're like,
I was trying to imply that like that my hairline is so low as to be what's the word I'm looking for?
Indistinguishable from your eyebrows.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, and I figured out that you meant that, but a second after I had the idea for what I was going to say, and I thought it was funny,
better.
So I thought I'd go for it.
As a matter of fact, Jellyfish Anarchist, aka the other Victor, I went bald years ago. I just comb over my giant eyebrows.
No, you just shave huge sections of your eyebrows. And you're not very good at it, so it looks like it's slowly getting higher and higher. But you're going to figure it out one of these days.
I've decided that I will probably get hair transplants eventually.
It's 2024 basically.
Mm-hmm.
People are doing that. It's fine. Yeah. There's no shame in that.
Oh no, and even if there was, that would be shame I'd be willing to bear for the sake of having not be bald.
I don't know. I feel like I can't tell. I feel like my hair is of a lesser quality than it once was.
Okay.
I used to I don't know. I don't like the way it sits anymore, and I feel like
to use a different
has
product.
something. I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with my hairline receding, but I can't really tell.
It could be that it's like maybe thinner in the front than it used to be. I don't know.
I think that's the problem. Yeah, is that it's slowly getting thinner in the front.
I've
always had a huge forehead, so it's impossible to say. You know,
that definitely does make it tough.
Yeah, is this a receding hairline? Like, which side of my my fucking virulent German genetics is this? Am I getting is it the bald side of the German or the huge forehead side of the German?
I hate when you talk about German genetics. I always just get so nervous when you start talking about your German genetics. I promised myself I would never shave my head again. You know, I used to do that basically once a year.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing it again.
You're just afraid it's not going to come back.
It didn't. It didn't all come back last time.
It's not the same as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to be careful. You got to be careful as you get into your later 20s and early 30s.
Yeah,
you never know when it might be the last one.
Yeah, and like when my hair is longer now, I'm not letting my hair grow out longer again because now when I do that, I start to get that weird. I'm trying to think of an example of.
I think I know what you're like. I don't think I've seen you like this, but based on the trajectory of this conversation, I feel like I know what you're describing, which is like uncle vibes. You know what I mean?
It's worse than that, but yeah,
like tank top trailer uncle vibes.
I'm trying to think of like a famous person who has that same sort of like aging hair metal fan guy
Woody Nelson
sort of vibe. Maybe
a little bit.
It's somebody with long hair that is too thin.
Right.
It looks really bad, and the only
Steven Seagal without a wig.
Yeah, maybe.
That's like probably. I've never seen him without, but I know what he looks like if nature had been allowed to take its course.
Yeah,
it's that.
Oh, but he did not let nature.
No, and he never will, and that's what we love about him.
Yeah, because he flies in the face of nature.
Right. No, he creates his own reality.
He really does.
He really does. It's beautiful. In which Aikido works, and he's a Buddhist lama.
Yeah. Oh, my mom texted me. Hold on.
Is your dad dead? What if he was? That would suck. That would
so
be the
fucked.
worst moment of my life.
That would be so fucked. She's just asking me if I'd seen that Leonard Bernstein movie. Anyway, how will bald people be treated in the world to come?
Treated in the world to come?
That's a really good question because I think I am excited to announce that they will be treated quite well.
Like kings, in fact, emperors even.
See, it'll be so common that mutation causes you to sprout insane amounts of hair all over every last square inch of your body.
Right.
That somebody who is bald will be perceived as otherworldly,
elegant,
beautiful,
efficient,
shiny,
sleek,
sick.
Sickly, but in like a hot way.
Yeah, like a photo with a quote on it from Tumblr in 2010.
Yeah,
sickly beautiful.
Right,
leave a pretty corpse. Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Exactly, because like if someone doesn't have any hair at all, it's probably because their blood is riddled with radiation.
Right,
and that gives them a kind of like
or hair-eating termites.
There's like and.
Sorry.
No, I was about to say something and I was like, which is like in the apocalypse, it's going to be nothing sexier than having a terminal disease. Is that okay? I
don't know.
It doesn't feel explicitly offensive, but it felt bad to say. You know what I mean?
I feel like where we draw the line varies a very weird amount.
Right. Because the line exists in my heart, and that my heart didn't like that one. There was something about that was like, yeah, but there's something to it, right? Like there's kind of like it's like the tortured artist kind of thing,
right?
Where it's kind of like what we were talking about earlier, is that every man wants something bad to have happened to them a while ago,
right?
Every man wants to have a tragedy that they can own, and
right.
like, and if you see a bald guy, you're like, well, that guy's blood is going to kill him within the month,
yeah,
and that gives him a kind of swagger to his step,
a mystique,
a kind of mystique.
It
He's
makes
mysterious,
him fascinating,
I know,
irresistible to women,
exactly,
and. You know, and so they'll be treated very well. They'll get a lot of ass. No,
I can save it, which is a form of currency. It's what ass.
Okay.
Getting a lot of
yeah, money.
Right.
Yeah, ass is just what they call money in the world to come.
Yeah, it's the big freezer full of butts, and you can exchange that for goods and services. We don't have to dwell on it. It's just a little detail. We can blow past it. It's just a little bit of world building there.
That's a really nice detail, Chris.
Point is, bald guys are going to be living like kings.
Yeah.
They're going to be that's what hot looks like now.
You'll see a bald guy walking down the street and people will just be showering him with jewels and coins, saying,
yes,
please bless me. Bless me, Skin Dome.
Right. Yeah, you let them kiss your forehead for good luck.
Mm-hmm. And rub it.
And
like
rub
a Buddha belly.
For $10,000 a piece.
10,000 ass.
For 10,000 asses. Bring me all the asses in your village, peasants. And I shall bless you with my dome.
You hairy beasts. Look upon my reflective skull.
Gaze upon your reflection. You have an attendant just like fucking greasing the thing in coconut oil. It's so shiny.
He's rubbing it. Telling you your fortune.
Right, yeah. I imagine he's like fucking 98 years old. He's like so old.
A lot of bald people are going to use that. They're going to take advantage of the way people get excited to see them, to perform all kinds of tricks and schemes. It's going to be if you see a bald guy in the world to come, you're going to be attracted to him. You're going to want to sleep with him.
That's inevitable.
You're going to want to compliment him and kiss his feet and praise him and kneel before him.
You're going to want to
for his blessings.
Yeah.
But keep in mind that he knows that you want that. Right. Bless you. Bless you.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
That was it.
2 strikes. There's someone at my front door.
Is it your neighbor leaving his apartment again?
Oh, shit. No, it's my neighbor's friends going to his apartment. This guy's got so many friends over all the time.
Will got a Ring doorbell, and now he just watches his neighbor.
It's the only... I keep getting notifications about my neighbor just having a life.
Just like...
I did it because... What the fuck? How are... There's so many people. It's like a reverse clown car situation.
Just having some kind of party, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
it's
so.
Friday night, baby.
Jesus. Oh, it's Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we both get sad just now?
Because I don't have parties.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I think I might be the boring friend. Anyway, I think they're gonna be shifty sometimes because they'll know that they can take advantage of you,
right.
And so I'm sorry, I'm hung up on the Ring doorbell thing. I got the Ring doorbell as a security measure because life is scary.
Yep.
And sometimes scary things happen that make you want to reconsider your lack of security.
Right, yeah.
But it has not protected me yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because I don't think people are supposed to get Ring doorbells for their apartments. I think it's supposed to like hang outside of a house.
Well, but my apartment building doesn't have a buzzer,
right,
and doesn't have any security cameras in it.
Yeah. So now at least, I mean,
this place is. Why am I saying
you'll
this?
know the face of the guy who kills you?
I shouldn't be saying that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like...
I shouldn't be telling people, like, oh, my house? You could just walk right in.
Yeah, I work at this bank, and like the fucking, the guy working the security guy's like 80 years old. He's napping most of the time.
Yeah,
and
it's right on the corner
he leaves a big
of
ring
North
of keys
and...
just hanging off of his belt constantly. Doesn't even look at him.
And the bank is like right on the corner of North and Central.
Right.
And
I checked the cameras; they're not plugged in.
There are no cameras.
It's just crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
just some observations I've made.
I'm also a coward. And I would never press the button under the desk if there were ever to be a thing that would happen.
I thought a lot about what I would do if someone pointed a gun at me and asked me for my wallet. I'd give it to them. I think I would definitely do it. Yeah.
If they asked me to open a safe,
right? Exactly.
I'd open the safe.
You point a gun at me through a door, I'm gonna open that door.
Frankly, just show me that you have a gun, and that's all
right,
I need.
Exactly.
You can just imply you have a gun, and I'll let you have
just like
whatever.
fucking stick a hand in your breast pocket, and I'll do whatever you want. Literally anything.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Yeah. And I'll do it right there and then on the corner of North and Central at the bank.
Right, yeah.
And I don't remember what I was getting at by saying all that.
God, I want someone to beat the shit out of me. It's all plans.
Yeah, that's what I've actually been doing.
Yeah, no, you're catfishing someone. It's just like, I guess not catfishing. There's
very open.
Well, there's an element of deception because you're acting like you don't want this.
Oh no. Please don't hold me up at the bank. I tried to do a sound effect of a lip bite and it didn't work. But that's what that was.
Yeah. All right, so did we answer the question? Well, yeah, being bald's going to be sick as hell, dude.
Yeah. And it's going to be, if you're bald in the world to come, you're going to be fucking so lucky. You're going to be so lucky.
Fucking, what's his name? Fucking Mike from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
International sex symbol.
Yep.
The fucking hottest guy in America.
Yep. They're going to love my dad.
They're gonna love your dad,
love
dude.
my dad.
Your dad is gonna get so much ass.
We can't keep that in this shit. He doesn't listen, but like I just don't like that.
Let's just move on. We don't have to cut it out, but we can just move on and not talk about it anymore.
It's Mom, ass is money in this scenario.
In context.
In context. Okay.
Right.
Listen, so I'm like really mad. I'm like really, really mad at Subject Amadeus, who also goes by the name Null in the Discord server.
Okay.
Because he started off with the message, dearest Babadook and Pennywise. I don't like that at all.
I don't like that either, yeah.
Because I know which one I'm supposed to be.
Right.
But also I could be either one, and I don't know which one you're supposed to be.
Well, it's sloppy. I think I'm supposed to be Pennywise by default.
Right. Well, because yeah.
But like, but I also don't like it.
No,
I just don't care for that one.
Yeah,
it's a little sloppy.
Yeah,
it's both. But I didn't care for what it implied, and also it was just kind of the execution was subpar.
Yeah, I also just don't like being called the Babadook. No. I get it. I'm a tall guy with a silly hat who's very tall and scares people. I get all that. And I'm also an accidental queer icon,
right?
But it's
there's a lot of similarities here.
Yeah, when I think about it, actually, I think it's actually kind of perfect,
right?
Unless I'm supposed to be Pennywise, in which case, fuck you,
tall, scary, skinny guy that people just kind of decided was gay.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. The question was, you've talked a bit about hive minds in the world to come. Is there any way I can create and facilitate my own hive mind, or am I destined to join the collective? Sincerely, Null.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. What else would you like to say to Stahl?
I don't know. I just want to point out how interesting the question is.
It's very interesting.
Is like, if I one word to describe this question, be interesting. I think
I would call it really interesting.
I'm interested in this question,
and I would not only call it interesting, I would call it very interesting.
Right. Well, now I'm thinking about this instead of hive mind stuff. Let me. Well,
here's the thing.
Right.
Is that creating a hive mind is difficult. Unless you already have incredible psychic powers, you have to go the biological route.
Yeah.
And that means maybe finding a guy and just mushing your head against his as hard as you can until your brains touch.
And just bellow, "I'm you," while you do it.
Yeah.
Just kind of scream at him, "I'm you," until he believes you. You know?
So here's...
And it might take days.
Yes. So here's step 1. Cut your head open, expose your brain.
Right.
Step 2, get a guy. Cut his head open, expose his brain. Mush your brain up against his. Scream, "I'm you," for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of it, he'll either believe he's part of you or he'll be dead.
Right.
Win-win.
Win-win.
Because either you get an addition to your hive mind
or a free brain.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Which you can then actually put on your brain.
Right. And that'll at least sell you as a guy who could do a hive mind.
Right.
Like the next guy that you scream, "I'm you" at might believe you. Because he's like, this guy's got 2 brains.
He's got a totem pole of brains going out the top of his head.
That seems like the kind of guy I might be.
Yeah.
So...
The more brains you can stack up atop your exposed brain.
Yeah, but people are going to look at that and be like, one of those got to be mine.
Exactly.
You know, you tie him to a chair, you scream in their face for like 8 days, you don't give them any water. Eventually, they'll be like, that could be one of my brains.
Yes, exactly. You know? Now, and so that's one way to create what we refer to as a synthetic hive mind.
Right.
It's one that's not literally a hive mind, but functions like one because people believe they're in a hive mind with you, and therefore commit themselves to studying your will, your goals, your personality traits, and all those things so they can perfectly predict and replicate exactly what actions you would have them take moment to moment. So it works kind of like a hive mind, but it's not a literal hive mind.
Right.
Right. Well, because what is a hive mind? What is the pursuit of a hive mind?
It's just
the
about
pursuit of companionship.
It's just about being in sync. You know what I mean?
Togetherness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about, sharing common goals and sharing your time and intimacy. I think that's what you really want, Noel, is you want intimacy. And you also want control.
Right.
You want... What I'm saying is you're a bad person. And so that you're a bad, lonely man.
Right. You're the kind of person who looks at other people and thinks, what if they were me?
Right.
That would be better if they were me.
If these people were all just extensions of me.
Right.
Which is all they should be.
These people have their own thoughts, and that's stupid.
That's ridiculous.
Why wouldn't their thoughts be my thoughts as well?
I'm the person in the room.
I am the person.
I'm the guy here.
Right. Exactly.
Right. I'm sorry. I don't know you.
It's a lot of assumptions we're making based on a question that you asked a comedy podcast. Based on stuff we said.
You're actually a really, really good person.
Right.
You want to share a mind with people because you're so empathetic that you want to give yourself over to the needs of a collective. What a beautiful, beautiful thing that is about you. You're a really good person.
You just got to figure out how to connect with people on like a deeper level than you normally would.
Right.
I'm trying so hard to think of a direction for that bit that doesn't involve just orgy stuff. You know what I mean?
I mean, that could be part of it. You could do that. Sure.
I bet if you had an orgy go on long enough, like if you just had like an orgy that went on for like 3.5 months.
If you had enough acid.
Yes, that's also an important element of it. And that's
just
that's going to be in the air. So like you just kind of breathe in and you'll start hallucinating.
Yeah.
So just like the general hallucinatory experience of your day-to-day life in the apocalypse plus like 4 to 3 months of nonstop fucking like 80 people.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's just you're all going to be on the same page.
To an incredible extent. Yeah, and so that's another way you could form a hive mind is by sex, by fucking, by doing the nasty. Doing the horizontal mambo with like 75 people.
Yeah, it's huh.
Hmm?
I don't know. I was imagining at the same time, and I don't know.
Well, that wouldn't work.
I just conjured this image of like a fuck tower in my brain of just like of just like a pile. It's just like normal missionary sex, but just stacked 70 times.
I think it's really brave of you to say I conjured that image in my brain. As
I
opposed
conjured
to
a fuck tower
that popped into my head. It's really courageous of you to take responsibility for that thought.
No, I had the thought. I imagined it. I imagined 70 people stacked on top of each other thrusting.
Were I in your
missionary
shoes,
style.
Were I in your shoes, I would simply. I would allow that to be an intrusive thought that I share.
The weird thing is, the older I get, the more I just say stuff that I'm like, why was that not an inside thought?
Yeah.
And it troubles me.
I feel similarly.
I can't not talk to my parents about how fucked my life is.
Oh, that's the worst.
It sucks. But I can't stop myself from doing it.
Yeah.
Like anytime I think, because that's how I process my life, right? Is that anytime something terrible happens to me, I just like repackage it in my brain as a funny bit. Like it works. It's great.
Yeah.
But then I'll like try. I am unable to stop myself from sharing those bits with my parents, and it has never once made them laugh. They don't like it. Your parents do not like to hear about how your fucking apartment smells like shit. They don't need to know, and they don't want to know.
And my apartment's in similar condition. I get it.
Yeah, my apartment's actually pretty clean right now.
Good for you.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. What was the question?
Hive minds? Were we still talking about hive minds?
Here, listen. I'm about to blow your mind right now.
Okay.
You're already one.
Oh shit!
The soul does not sit anywhere in the body. It arises from the interplay of a trillion cells.
Fuck yeah!
You've never been one thing ever once in your life.
Oh fuck yeah!
You're a fucking trillion-fold cellular super colony. You exist as a hive mind right now.
Oh,
Where is your consciousness?
Oh, Alan.
Point at it. It's nowhere. It's all of you.
Sorry.
So anyway, I don't know, just kind of like instead of becoming a hive mind, just sort of like reframe your way of thinking and just kind of smugly sit in being a hive mind. You know, you're already there.
It's
just that all the individual segments of that hive mind are very stupid.
Stop. That is such a weird fucking bit. I'm sorry. I just really get off on that Alan Watts shit. I'm sweating. What should we?
How long have you been recording?
72 minutes.
We've only done 2 questions, so we should definitely do more.
We should do 2, maybe 1 or 2
Let's
more.
Do 2. Yeah, let's do 2 more and see how we feel, and then maybe do 1 more, but maybe not.
I have to pee.
Okay.
Do you want to pull up a Gmail while I pee?
Let me find us a Gmail.
All right, I'll be back. If you want to talk about like any Dr. Seuss adaptations that make you mad while I'm gone, you can do that too.
All right.
I don't know if Cat in the Hat with Mike Myers is pretty fucking bad too.
I haven't seen Cat in the Hat
It's fucking
in many years.
It's
bad. I remember it being bad.
It's repulsive.
I remember it being an aggressive and like hard movie.
It's like aggressive is the right word.
Like it's fun, aggressive. But it's not fun the way it's fun.
No,
it's
like
is
the word.
It feels like it's screaming at you.
It feels like somebody. It's playful, but like in an older brother way.
There's a
It's having fun.
It's having fun
by hurting you.
It is having fun.
Yes.
You maybe I don't know. Like
that you don't want to have to. It's like.
You know what it is?
I have to pee. I can't keep talking about this. I can't.
There's a scene in Cat in the Hat where they go to a fucking rave, and the entire movie has the same energy as that scene. Like it feels like you're watching Cat in the Hat. Feels like you're at you're not a club person, but you're at a club, and the music is too loud, and people are screaming at you, and a guy you don't recognize is like fucking tugging at your shirt and trying to get your attention. He has something to say to you, but like you can't hear what he's saying over the sound of the music, and the music sucks. Like it's bad music, and there's lights, but the lights are too bright, but it's also whenever the lights aren't shining, it's fucking pitch fucking black in there. You can't see a goddamn thing. So it's just overwhelming. It's like this fucking it's a sensory mess, this film.
Dear Croissant and Eclair, this is from Adrian in the Discord server.
Okay.
I am currently snug as a bug in a rug in a bed, attempting to go to sleep.
Ooh.
However, since God hates me, I've started to hear absurdly loud ringing in my ears. This got me wondering, what new sounds are going to be bouncing around in people's heads in the world to come? Is tinnitus going to still be limited to ringing, or will it be excruciating in new and exciting ways? Thanks, a partially deaf Adrian.
Instead of just ringing in your ears, a big part of tinnitus is just going to be like a voice whispering problematic stuff that your parents did in like the 80s. Just like it's just a voice that like tells you what thought your dad had the first time he ever encountered a gay guy. Like just before he knew any better, just like when it just like he had nothing to go on except for just like kind of cultural imprint of how he should feel about that kind of thing. Just the real thought that went through your dad's head, the real homophobic thought that your dad had. It's just going to be a thing that gets whispered in your ears at night, and also ringing.
You're going to be laying awake at night, unable to sleep, because all you're going to be able to hear over and over again is, your father dressed as a Native American at a Halloween party in 1983. Your father dressed as a Native American at a Halloween party in 1983. And it's going to keep you up.
Someone had to explain to your mother why blackface is wrong last year. Too recent, honestly, in my opinion. It has opinions.
It's frankly a little bit more judgmental than you might have been on your own.
Right.
And it kind of starts to be a little bit convincing, and it makes you kind of resent them more than you otherwise would.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise you might think, well, it was a different time. They were ignorant, and they're I'm sure they don't feel the same way that they used to. But it's kind of like...
It makes some good points.
Makes some really
kind of like puts stuff in context where you're like, I feel like they should know better by now.
And that they should have, even
like
back
they haven't
then.
changed enough.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And it's gonna be hard, because you're gonna be sleep deprived and mad at your parents and just mad at society for creating the kind of problematic stuff that that swayed them in the directions they swayed in, and that's gonna suck. You know,
it's just I just saw
especially you, Adrian, because your mom is really racist.
She's so fucking, it's crazy, dude.
Like, your mom sucks. You know, I never wanted to be a podcaster.
Yeah, no.
You just kind of wandered into it.
It's kind of something that happened to you.
It just kind of happened.
It's just kind of something I did to you.
It's just, life takes you in funny directions.
Right, yeah.
And you never see some of it coming.
Yeah, no, you're just talking about how racist someone's mom is in front of thousands of people. You just kind of blunder into that one day. It's just sort of trip and fall.
I'm 5 years old, sitting down at my piano. My piano teacher has a ruler. She's rapping my knuckles with it and saying, "Toccata, staccato again." And I go, "Yes." Someday I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell everyone. I'm going to show the world that I'm worth something. I'm going to tell people that their moms are racist. And I'm going to do that.
And your piano teacher is like, what does this have to do with piano? And you're like, honest, I don't even know anymore.
And that was my first vision. That was my first vision.
Right.
Adrian, your mom was my piano teacher. That's how I know that she's racist.
She keeps rapping his knuckles.
Yep. And I know she didn't do it to the other kids. It's because I was Jewish. That's what the ringing in your ear is going to start telling you. I'm just letting you know now. You're going to hear it again in a few years. You're going to hear this story all over again. It's going to be from a voice ringing in your ears,
and many others.
Yeah,
This is the tip of the goddamn iceberg.
Yeah, your mom's a real piece of work.
All right. How are we doing on time?
We should probably answer another question.
Let's answer one more question.
I think that we just need one more.
There. I feel like I was looking at
gross, Chris. That's so gross. Say excuse me.
At this point, they know what my burps sound like. I bet they can tell them apart by now.
Our burps?
I think the true heads Like, you know, like they'll be able to tell. They'll be able to see right through your deceit. Hello, Dunn and Wood. How will we let people know we like them romantically in the world to come?
Kissing.
Let's just a little kiss on the lips, but only for friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Romantic partners, you don't do that with.
For romantic partners, it's only chaste handshakes.
Yeah.
Because reproduction is deadly serious business.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes. Literally business.
It's literally, honestly, there's very little, there's almost nothing romantic about reproduction these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just like, what traits do I have and what traits do you have? And will the thing that comes out of us once we're finished be able to, like, help me with chores and stuff?
Will it benefit us
right,
to
exactly.
create more like us?
It's like, do we want a guy?
Right.
You know, to, like, do things.
Yeah, exactly. And what kind of guy would be good for us? You know,
right.
Who you choose as a romantic partner in the world to come isn't going to be based on who you love. It's going to be based on who is the best you can get.
Right.
And who you feel has the kinds of mutations that would best complement your own.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Let's say you have giant hands as a result of the radiation. Your hands are so big that you can walk with your fingers. Let's say you got hands that big.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be pretty fucking cool, dude.
All right, cool. Next question.
I would definitely fuck one of those and make my kid like that.
And,
you know?
and if you've got that, maybe you want to find somebody with really, really big feet.
Yeah.
Or really, really big arms.
See, like, really, like what we consider romance these days is more of a creative endeavor.
Yeah.
It's just kind of see, like, what can we make with this?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're all so fucking weird now. It's just, it's really just kind of scientific curiosity.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, my belly button is the size of a snake. Mm-hmm. So, like, what happens when I do it?
What happens if I mate with this snake? And, you know...
And then you have a kid with a fucking snake coming out its belly button.
Right.
And that rules, dude.
That is
High
very
fives
helpful.
to that kid.
He's
that
a
rules
weapon.
for that kid.
He's a weapon who can eat with his belly button.
And he just seems like a sick dude I'd like to hang out with.
Yeah, I agree.
You know?
Yeah.
Just like, this is
And you want
Jared.
that.
He can do a cool thing. Do the cool thing, Jared. Whoop. Awesome. Jared's going to be a hit at parties.
Yeah, and that's going to serve you well. You want to have good, strong social capital in the world to come.
Right.
And snake belly button's going to be a useful thing. You know, you got to be creative. You got to be inventive. You got to cobble new people together out of the parts that you find. But it's serious business.
It's very serious business.
And it's not
So
something you let
wanna,
feelings get in the way of.
So, like, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to give the person you're romantically interested in your resume.
Yes.
You know, your CV. I don't know what a CV is. Can you tell me what a CV is real quick? Okay, good. You don't know either. Good. Neither of us are adults. Okay, good.
Cool. That.
You're gonna give him one of the. You just got to prove that you're qualified.
Give her a cool vat.
Give her like a cool vat.
Give her
no. Well, because you're not having sex with this person; it's business,
right?
You're gonna have to give them a vat of either your seeds and or ovums, your fucking eggs,
and
dude.
a cool one because you want to impress them. Don't give them some lame little bucket. Give her a cool vat.
A cool vat, you know?
Yeah,
like a classy vat.
Give her your crazy vampire.
Meanwhile, friends,
give her a classy vest.
Meanwhile, friends are just like 45-minute long tongue kissing sessions.
Yeah,
just hot and heavy. Yeah, I'd say so. Is that good? Are we good?
I think we're probably good.
I think we're probably good.
I don't know.
We've
We've been recording for 95 minutes.
I think there's some good stuff in here.
It's a lot of video game talk.
There's a lot of it's kind of a scattered episode, but those are good sometimes.
Well,
we can do one more if it'd make you feel comfortable.
Oh, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Chris, I do believe that it may be my time.
All right. Oh,
I'm growing cold.
Oh, he's fading.
Hand me that blanket.
He's just
Thank you, Chris.
Just go and tuck him around the sides.
Thank you, everyone.
Just give him a single kiss on the forehead.
For listening to Life in the
Oh,
World
he's turning
to Come.
into sand. Oh, he's sand now. Guys, Will is sand. Uh-oh. All right, now, so our intro and outro music is We Are the Hellhounds by the Taxpayers. You can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/lifeintheworldtocome. And you can buy our merch at lifeintheworldtocome.bigcartel.com. Anything else? No, that's it. Thanks, everybody. He's sand now. And now I'm gonna turn him into a little castle. I'm gonna dump a little bit of water.
I'm a castle now.
I'm knocking this down.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't think what came. I think he was still sand when he was Will, but the thing that came out of the castle was a fully different guy. I don't know who that is. I don't like that guy.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot